For those of you who don't know, I've been dealing with some serious health issues, and I made a video on that topic last week, and this is the video if you're looking for that, and this is the title, and this is my follow-up from that video. Now, the first thing I want to do is to thank you all so much. I've had messages of love and support from all over the world, and it's just been incredible, and it's meant so much to me, and it's really heartwarming to know that people care, and it's just been fantastic. And the comments section and all the comments you've been leaving have been just so helpful to me, because I'm coming at this from a place where it's just come completely out of the blue, and I know nothing about the heart condition and the arterial condition I have. And just to read your comments and your own stories outlining the challenges you've been facing and the journeys you've had, it's just been so valuable to me. And I'm sure it's also valuable to anyone who's reading the comments around our age, because part of the fear and trepidation, if you like, is not knowing what to expect. And the fact that you all came forward and shared your own experience was just, so good. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And it's now got me in a place where I'm, accepting of the condition I have, and can see that, it's not life ending. It's just, as someone put it, a new way of living my life, if you like. So yeah, it's just been so good. So thank you. And while I'm thanking people, I just also want to say a big thank you to the ambulance guys that picked me up and took me to hospital. Luke was attending me in the back, and I think it's Alex. I'm sorry, Alex, if I've got your name wrong. He was the driver, and those guys were absolutely fantastic. So I just want to thank those guys, and also the staff at emergency at St John of God Hospital in Ballarat, and the staff on third floor, I think it is, I can't remember what floor it was on, where I had my angiogram procedure. The nurses and doctors, going in and out, going into the procedure, preparing me for the procedure, and then looking after me when I got out. Top notch. So thank you to all the staff at St John's. And a couple of guys have also left donations on my PayPal account. I just want to say a big thank you to you as well, because those donations will come in very handy in dealing with some medical bills. So thank you. And the biggest thanks of all, I just want to say to my wife, who's just been at my side and so supportive, and really taken a lot of stress off me. So I want to say thank you very much to her, taking time off work to come to appointments with me and come to the hospital with me. It's just been absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. And to my sons, Jared and Tom, my daughter-in-law, Nikki, to my granddaughter, Millie, you've all been so fantastic. My parents, my family, you've all been absolutely wonderful. So thank you very much. Now, the purpose of this video was to reveal my blood test results. If you haven't seen the last video, I've been waiting on some blood test results because my phosphate levels were tested really low, and that's concerning because you need phosphate to make new cells and rebuild damaged cells. So that was a bit concerning. And the physician I saw said the most likely cause was a benign tumour somewhere in my body, which we would have to take out. Now, the first test was for phosphate, and previously it was at 0.28, and my physician said that he hasn't seen anyone with phosphate levels that low for years, so that was a bit of a concern. Now, the new test shows my phosphate levels at 1.02, so that's all good. It looks like that last test, whether my phosphate levels had dropped extremely low for some reason, which could have caused what happened to me, or it was just a dodgy test, I don't know. But anyway, my phosphate levels were good. Another test he tested for was cholesterol, and my cholesterol tested at 4.0, and that is the ideal number for men and women. So that's spot on. Now, I am taking statins. My cardiologist recently put me onto statins, so that could be helping that result. I do have a follow-up meeting with him in a few weeks, so I'll discuss all that sort of stuff, plus all the questions I've got regarding that, but that's a fantastic figure, so I'm super happy with that. Now, another test that the physician ordered was for LPA, or lipoprotein A. Now, I didn't know about LPA, I didn't know anything about it, so I did a bit of a look online to see what that was all about, and I haven't got the results for that yet because it's not a test that the normal blood laboratories do, so they've had to send it out to get that tested, and I won't know the results for a week or two. But I looked up what LPA was, and I did find an article by a leading cardiologist who is Professor Jason Kovacic. So Professor Jason Kovacic, and he's the Executive Director of the Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute. Now, he's calling for this test to be a standard test done in Australia. It's not something they normally do. And so I was curious to see, what is LPA? You have LDL and HDL, it's what they commonly test for cholesterol. Typically, my cholesterol hasn't been high, and yet the atherosclerosis that I have is caused by cholesterol. So this LPA test could explain what's going on, and that's why my physicians ordered that test. To put it simply, the HDL and LDL is cholesterol issues caused by lifestyle choices, and LPA is a hereditary thing. So it's still an issue of cholesterol, but it's hereditary and not lifestyle. So I looked up more on this LPA, and it says here that, sorry if I'm reading from my phone, I'm just not going to remember this sort of stuff. LPA is strongly associated with a person's genetics, but is not yet routinely tested for, despite recent evidence showing that people with raised LPA levels are 2 to 4 times more likely to develop atherosclerosis. So if you have raised LPA levels, you're 2 to 4 times more likely to develop atherosclerosis, which is what I've just been diagnosed with, which is a narrowing of the arteries. In my case, a narrowing of one main artery. So I can understand why this leading cardiologist is calling for this LPA test to be done more routinely, because it's a genetic thing. So my physician did say that if I test positive for this, then my sons will need to be tested because it's genetic, and it's also developing. So it's something that can develop over the course of their lifetime, and it's something that could save their life, basically. And it's a simple test. I'll know the result of that in a week or two, and once I've got those results, I'll share that with you as well. And just researching on arteries in general, because it's not something I'd thought about. I did come across an interesting quote by an English physician named Thomas Sydenham, apparently a famous physician, who observed, "A man is as old as his arteries." Now, he said that 300 years ago, and they reckon it's as true today as it was then. So that's pretty interesting. You're as old as your arteries, so you want to keep your arteries in good shape. And what I will do is I will make a video on the lifestyle changes I've made, the diet changes I've made, and all the tips that I've found to stop you from getting yourself into this position. Just simple changes you can make, and they're not drastic. They're just simple, really. That can help protect you from developing atherosclerosis or coronary heart disease. So I will make that video upcoming, and also I'll make a video on the tests I've had. The angiogram, CT scan, and the actual angiogram itself, and what to expect, because there may be people who are my age watching this video, reading the comments, and may find themselves in a similar position, and just might find that useful. So I think that will do it for this video. So I will make a couple more videos, the angiogram one, and also health and lifestyle, and a few tips to keep your arteries and heart in good condition. Simple tips, simple lifestyle changes. Alright, I think that's it for this video. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, everybody, for everything, and until next time, bye for now.